so what I did, I'm going to try to explain this. I came in my area right here, in this section that I had done, put that line around, and I came about to the middle and I put me a dot. So that would be my, hopefully about my halfway mark. And what I did is I came up to this where, you know, I had left this open. So I came up to this one and came down to that dot best as I can. I came from this bottom and came over, and I tried to keep it about a half an inch all the way till I got here. Now I did have to erase some because I still have lines in there. You can always take that off. What I did is come to this point and I tried to go about 1/4 of an inch, make it 1/2 inch wide, about the same as that. I may end up having to make that a little bit bigger, I don't know, but we'll see. That's okay if I do. It's just paint. And then I done the same thing here. I just brought it down to here and to here, and then come up. And that's giving me my X in the in my doorway. I'm going to start off with some. I've got my 10/0 liner brush, and I'm wiping it off. I wet it and then I'm wiping it. I'm going to start off with gray. I'm going to put some black on it probably, but I know I'm going to start off with my gray, and that way I can do some other things to it. I'm probably going to add a little water to my gray here, and then I'm going to wipe my brush so I don't get it everywhere. And I'm just going to come up from my point and just put gray down. And my pencil marks, if they're wider, I can always put in some fill-ins. You can make it a little wider. You can add some white back over it. You can add some black to it, some shadows, some lights. See, like this, I'm just coming in. I'm not even holding my brush straight. I'm just coming in with some shadowing. Just something we can work on. We can put some more shadows in here. You know, we don't want the fence to be completely white. But let's go ahead and get these down here. I want to try to leave this open. As it's looking, it might be a little off. So best I can do is bring it here and then come down. And if I do that and I need to, I can bring white paint in. That's the good thing. And cover up with some of it. You know, that pencil mark if I've done something I don't like. We're not through with shadows and stuff, so some of that may go away. We'll just see. I've got to turn it just a little bit so I can get here and fix this one now. We're going to try to get some of these lines in here. I'm going to start down here, I think, and I'm just going to put me some little lines. I'm going to probably come back over these with some white. I want them to be lighter. So I've got my gray and white, and I'm just rolling my brush. This gives us an idea. It doesn't have to be perfect, y'all, because it's kind of faded in and out. It's old. this one here. So we can just kind of eyeball it a little bit. And it just takes time to sit here and do that, so and that's what we got, is time for painting, right? I'm just doing it, trying to do it oh so lightly. I just try to get myself, eyeball myself a little light, a little lines, so I can keep it pretty well straight. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's an old fence. It's the way into the garden. Our imagination is back there. Kind of like our hidden garden. And like I said, we're not even finished yet, so just got to get our basic stuff down. And if it doesn't, if it's not straight, that's fine. We just got a little shadow over. No big deal. I'm just going to start right here. Again, I'm just going to make my little lines. It helps me to just make one at the top and then kind of figure out where the bottom one is and just kind of let them come in there together. Come back in here with my number 4 brush. I'm going to wet it just a little bit and I'm going to dry it off. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of this gray, very little on my brush if I can. And I'm just going to kind of come in and grab a little white with that too, because I think that's just a little bit too dark of what I want. There we go. Yeah, I'm just going to pick up a little white. And I'm going to, if I can, come over some of this gray and kind of tone it down. And if some smears, that's okay. I want it very light. Even on this here part, I'm going to do some toning it down a little bit if I can. I want it to show underneath, but I want it to be very light. Grab some of the gray, and I'm just going to do a little shadowing in here. Let's bring this down a little bit. Let's come on this, well, we want to come up right here. And we want to come up right here. Okay. So I'm just going to grab some more gray and white. If you have a little darker gray and lighter gray, it doesn't matter. We'll just put some in and then we can take some out. We'll do the same thing with this. We're going to add some, I have some of that darker gray on mine. Okay, so then I'm just going to grab some more white with my gray, lighter gray, and I'm going to sun is reflecting from this area. So we're going to still pick up some of that white. And I like the way it did with this, so I'm just going to kind of go over this. Pick up a little more gray right in here. Make it a little in spots darker. Again, I'm just going over my gray with some of this white. It's making some of this different shadows of white and gray. Okay, I'm just putting some shadows in here. Just a little white. Reminds me of that hymn, just a little while to stay here. Just a little while to wait. Oh my. Crazy things that comes across your mind sometimes when you're just sitting and thinking or relaxing or whatever. I'm going to come across here with just a little more white. Okay, got white here. And I'm going to come in here with some more white. Just put me some white, some light down on my shadows. And we can always come back and do more. I'm going to pick up a tiny little bit of gray, black, I'm sorry, and it may turn in a little gray, but I got a little black, and I'm flattening my brush as much as I can because I want to just put in some little darknesses here. Like I said, I don't know how far down I'm going to come. But I'm just putting on some black to get us some shadows here. Okay. Let's get our door a little wider here, and we'll make this little, oops, I might have messed up right there. That's okay. That paint can't fix. Looks like I might have a few more places to touch up. Let's see, let's come right in here. Alrighty, I'm going to grab my 10/0, and I'm going to grab some gray and black. I want it more black than I do gray, so I'm going to roll it in there, and then I'm going to do some attaching. We're gonna let's see. We're gonna make us a little line across here, and I might want to put a little water with that to get it a little more runnier. So I just want to come across here, fill that in. I'm going to make this a little wider right here. It's nothing fancy. Doesn't have to be fancy. We're just going to make us some little latches. Latch our gate. Now I'm just wiping my brush off. I'm not on my palette. I'm not trying to get. I'm going to pick up a little bit of my gray, and I'm just going to kind of go over a little bit with some gray. I'm just going to wipe my dirty brush off. I'm going to grab that black and gray again, and I'm going to come right in here. Just make another little thing here that holds it, and then we can make one here that holds it. Just let it come to a point right now, and that is our hinge. We don't need another hinge down here because you're not going to see it. We're not going to see that hinge. A little gray. I'm going to pick up a little white, if I can get just a little white. And I'm going to bring a little white up here to give us a little highlight. And then let's just do a little one here on top. It's turning gray, but that's okay. I'll wipe that off and give it some white. Okay. And I'm just going to come up here. And there's a highlight on that. I need some more black, the black and gray. I'm going to come right here, and I'm just going to put me a little circle, little dot. Again, I'm going to wrap some gray, and I think I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of gray on it. Wipe it off, and pick up some of my white, and then I'm just going to barely come up here at the top a little bit. Just to give it a little highlight. I'm coming back with my number 4 brush. I'm going to pick up some of my white, and I'm going to come over this black a little bit and make it a little more grayer. I just don't like it being that bright of black. So just, since it's dry, I can come over it with my white a little bit and just kind of tone it down. Don't tone it all down. There we go. I just want a little bit. I might bring a little bit back of that back in there. Okay. And we'll come right in here and tone it down a little bit. Okay. So I have some. I added some orange, some rust, and some red to my palette. I'm going to pick up my number 4. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is take my pencil. I'm going to bring a circle here. I say a circle, it's going to look like a bow. And then I'm going to bring my ribbon down. So So that's how that's gonna go. I cheat. Okay, here's my bow that I've got. I'm gonna bring my reef down right there under it just a little bit, and I'm gonna trace that if I can get it lined up. Okay. Okay, so I just took my container that's it's probably 2 inches in width, and I just did me a circle. If you can do it without that, good, go for it. I get nervous, so I'm not going to try to do that. Alright, what I am going to do is I'm going to start picking up some of these colors. I'm going to pick up a little bit of my rust on my number 4, and I'm just going to kind of start tapping some in around that. I don't want to stay completely on that line, but I'm just going to tap some of these in around that circle. And you can make it as big and as wide, as thick as you want. I don't want to go crazy with all the rust, so that's why, you know, only going, I want it to come in, fill in some, so of course I'm going to come in. So that just gives you an idea of how mine's going to look. And I'm just going to put some of this rust all around and about. And then I'm going to start picking up some orange and tap it in. You just got to get color down. You can pick up some orange and red, that's pretty. I'm going to pick up some orange and burnt and oh my, golden yellow. I want to get the darker colors down because then we're going to come back with some lighter colors. So I'm not going to go too crazy with the red because my bow is going to be red. And if I want a little bit of that rust in there with it, I can do a little more rust. I'm going to pick up a little bit of red in here. Some golden yellow and orange. At this point, I think I want to make it a little bit bigger over here. I've washed and dried my brush. I'm going to pick up some red and white and a little bit of this rust and make me a red because I gotta have something that's not see-through. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my round about, and then I'm going to bring it down like this. And if I don't like those colors, then we'll do something else. Got to bring my little thing around here to hold it, but I can still come back and do some more to that. So yep, we'll come back and work on it some more. I want this to fill in, and I think I'm gonna make these wider because I didn't get them down where I should have put them closer to my down here like this. I like that better. My question is, do I want, yeah, I do. I'm going to come down here. Now what does that mean? That means when that dries, I'm coming in there with some white and gray. And I'm going to touch that baby up. That's what that means. I'm coming in with my greens, my brown, all the colors I had up here. I'm coming in down here now. And so we're going to fill in this and then go up to a point. We're going to fill in this and go up to a point. I'm picking up some brown and I'm just going to kind of tap some of this in some spots, rub it in. It doesn't matter where it goes, as long as I get it in there. And I'm just putting my browns on. This is that thick body, brown that I have, and so I'm just kind of getting it on there. Now I'm just going to pick up some sapphire green, sap green, not sapphire, sap green, and I'm going to just start tapping some of that in here. Kind of trying to make it look like some leaves coming in there. I'm going to add some grass green to it just to give it some different shades of green. And I might even add a little light green in there. I'm just putting green down over my different colors. I've got the sap, the light, and the grass green that I'm just putting down. Almost looks like a Christmas tree at this point. I might want to go up a little taller. I'll grab some of this light green. I don't say I don't think I grabbed much, but I did. We're going to try to come up to about right along in here. So that's where I'm going to tap because that's where I want to come along to. And I want to come along about right in here so I know I want to, just bring that same pattern around. I'm just picking up, again, grass green, sap green, grass green, and light green. And of course we're going to want to get rid of some of this gate over here. I like the grass, the greens mixing on my palette, on my canvas, because you're not just getting those three different colors, you're getting whatever they make together, especially even with that brown, so that wouldn't be 4 colors. I'm going to bring this up just a tiny little bit more.